yesterday, and the sun was in his face, and I kept thinking he was raising his hand. But I forgot to tell him that.
Okay, I remember to go right and to the left for the first 30 minutes until the sun set. Yeah.
It just makes you look like an angel, Marla.
More like an.
Aw, thank you. You have such a vivid imagination. That's because most of it know me very well.
I can't imagine not.
Hi, Courtney. How are you?
Hi, I'm well, thanks. How are you guys?
So Courtney and I, we found out we only live less than a block away from each other.
That's really cool.
Part of crew.
Yes.
Hi, Brad. Hey, Brad.
Good afternoon. No mask on Courtney?
For now. I still have two little kids who are too young to be vaccinated, so it feels like I'm kind of free, kind of not.
Well, it's nice to see your face.
Mutual, thank you.
So we're just looking for Commissioner O'Halloran, I think. And we can go to at 5:30 though, we can start. Are we good to start, Melody?
We are.
Whenever you're ready at 5:30, which is
now.
We're ready to go whenever you'd like.
Okay, let's call this meeting to order. We'll start with a roll call.
Very good.
Chair Warren.
Chair Warren.
Here.
Vice
Chair Lappin.
Here.
Commissioner
Elliott.
Here.
Commissioner Hanson.
Here.
Commissioner O'Halloran. Commissioner O'Halloran.
Here.
Commissioner Ritter.
Here.
Commissioner Winters.
Here.
Okay, great. And Commissioner Winters, will you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Yes, I will. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner. Do we have any special presentations and proclamations?
We do not.
Okay, item 5, oral communication. I think we have some of that, correct?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
We have
two
speakers.
Oral communication. First one is Benson Jarzina,
and the
second one is Christine Schindler.
Okay.
Melody, the first speaker is not on yet.
Very good.
Very good.
We can go ahead
and have Christine Schindler.
All right, thank you. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful. So Christine Schindler, I live in East Encinitas. I just wanted to come on quickly and just give you a quick update. So I had talked to you before about a Safe Routes to Parks grant and kind of follow-up that we're doing to try to move some of the work forward, regardless of whether we have, well, I mean, I'm trying to find other funding to move the grant forward. So in the interim, since the last time I was on the Park and Rec call, I have met David Warren in person, and we talked through some things and very quickly pivoted, and he joined in for an e-bike videotaping that we were doing with the City of Encinitas and the San Diego County Bicycle Coalition to bring some attention to e-bike safety and education for youth. And he and his daughter Peyton joined us, and that was fantastic. They changed plans to free up their Sunday. Wait till you see the video. They're doing some work with the video to get it in its final stage, and it should be ready in early July. And David has a very important part in it, and so I really appreciate their participation. So we had conversation, and he identified a potential funding source that I can. I was looking for an organization to work with, and so I'm hoping that I can get some funding soon, and we can kind of move forward with some of the low-hanging fruit, namely the wayfinding park signs, a parks to parks route map that I'm going to collaborate with the local artist on, and potentially a park survey, particularly for the area around Oakcrest in Encinitas Community Park with the Latino community, to see what kind of challenges we have for their getting to parks and using parks and that sort of thing, so we're not making any right or wrong assumptions. So I just wanted to let you know, plugging away. It's still an interest of mine. It's still something that I want to see happen. And it's nice to see that things are going to be possible down the road. So we are making progress, and have spoken with Travis and other staff about potential ways to collaborate with Encinitas Bike Walk and the coalition, as far as some educational things that are going to happen, like at Seaside Camp, around bike safety, and potentially a movie night where we can have a bike-in encouragement for the movie night, and all those fun things we used to do together. So thank you for your service, and I just wanted to give that update.
Thank you, Christine. Yes, I forgot to mention oral communications for 3 minutes, and I think you nailed it. Exactly. So we appreciate that. And is our other speaker, it doesn't look like they are on.
No, they are not on. We can move forward.
Okay. We have any changes to the agenda?
There are none.
There are none.
None. Okay. Looking at the May 18th minutes, has everyone had a chance to review those? If so, I would like to ask for a motion.
I have a couple changes.
You do? Okay.
Yep. In the call to order, it addresses you as vice chair.
Okay, that needs to be changed.
And then on item 8, the second to last line, the word one should be once.
Duly noted.
Okay, we
I
can
make a motion to approve the minutes with those changes.
Second.
Okay. We can do
Point of order.
The motion was from Commissioner O'Halloran, and then who
gave the
second for that, please?
Hanson.
Very good.
Very good.
I will
do the roll call.
Chair Warren.
Chair Warren.
yes.
Vice Chair
Vice Chair Lappin.
Yes.
Commissioner
Elliott.
Yes.
Commissioner
Commissioner
Hanson.
Hanson.
Yes.
Commissioner
O'Halloran.
Yes.
Commissioner
Ritter. Commissioner Ritter, you're on mute.
Can you please take yourself off of mute?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner
Winters.
Yes.
Motion
Motion passes approving the May 18, 2021 regular meeting minutes with the suggested edits.
Okay, thank you, Melody. Action items, 8A, Parks and Recreation Commission work plan. Let's start with our usual annual tours. I think we're, according to the work plan, it's either going to be September or October for a facility tour. Is there anything to report on, or are we just planning on doing that? One of those 2 months.
Nothing to report. Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have city-sponsored events. I know we have dog days in August. Manager Carlin, do you have any update on city events? Oh, Manager Carlin.
So I don't have any major updates on city events. The next city event that we are planning on doing that is fully a city event is going to be the Movie in the Park event in October. We also do have 2 events that we're partnering on. One that we have an MOU with is EE Day, which will be I keep calling it EE Day. It's EcoFest. It's with EE Day, and then will happen in August. And then we also have the Dog Days of Summer that will be coming up later on this summer.
Okay, yeah, that's August 8th, I think. And it's in the calendar. Do you have any update on item 3, guest speakers? Vice Chair Lappin, are you raising your hand?
I actually have a quick question for Manager Carlin on item number 2, if that's okay.
Yep.
Are we planning on doing a Christmas parade this year, or is that undecided, or?
Right now, we are moving forward with getting sponsors, again, working on that event. We're hoping that, everything continues to trend the way it is right now, and then we will be able to hold that event.
Yay, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Commissioner Ritter.
Yes, I was just curious if we have any updates on the Park and Rec Commissioner shirts, if any of them would be available for any of the August events.
They have been ordered. They might even be here. Is that right, Manager Saul?
Hi, yeah, Manager Saul here. Yes, we do have the shirts. They're in my office. I think the plan is when we have our next in-person meeting to hand out the shirts. If we have an event before that, sure, anyone can come by City Hall and pick them up too. We can rearrange that.
Okay. Thanks. Was there anything about guest speakers? Anything in the works? Commissioner Elliott?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, since we've got Dog Days of Summer in August, would it be good to have a speaker about that for the July meeting? And similarly for EcoFest in September, maybe have a speaker for that in August.
That sounds good. Possibly former Commissioner Giada for EcoFest.
Yeah, that's very likely, I would think. And I don't know who would be good for Dog Days, but I'm sure there's somebody who'd like to come and share a few words with us.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure who, I don't know who the main contact is. Do you know, Annette, that's right?
The main contact for who was that again? Dog Days of Summer. So that'll be Cardiff 101, and Nick Buck is our city liaison for that program, for that event.
Okay.
And I did want to clarify, I gave you the wrong information. I was mixing my 2 events. The Encinitas EcoFest is on September 26th, not 26th.
Okay, that's good. That makes sense. Okay. So yes, Commissioner Elliott, would you be willing to possibly look into the Dog Days, and I can look into the EcoFest for guest speakers?
Okay.
Okay. Great, thanks. That's a great idea. On to special projects. 4-1 PEP. I know that we talked a little bit about participating in the wine and food festival, but we're not going to this year. There's a real life version of that happening in June next year that we will try to be a beneficiary for. One of the things Christine just mentioned about her grant that she applied for, we are possibly going to raise some money with PEP for the map and the surveys and the wayfinding signs. I met with her, as you heard, because she had tons of ideas in that presentation in April. So if we can make that happen and use PEP to be a fundraiser for her projects, I think that would be sort of a win-win with PEP and also for her. And that is all I have for PEP. Commissioner Hanson, do you have anything to add for that?
I do not.
Okay. Moving on to 5, Parks and Recreation Department's implementation of the Parks Master Plan, starting with Trails Master Plan implementation and connectivity. Commissioners Ritter and Lappin. Either of you want to speak to that?
I'm happy to. So, as Ross mentioned, we realized we're neighbors. So we got together a few weeks ago, and we talked a bit about kind of everything that's happening in regards to trails. A lot of focus was on what's happening in Cardiff, because for those of you who don't live over here, there's a lot of, there's active work happening, largely around the lagoon and the connectivity through and around the San Elijo Lagoon. But just talking through kind of what trails are coming, what connectivity will look like as those are developed. I don't know that there's any immediate action items. I'm trying to pull up my notes. I probably have action items that I've just have gotten buried in my life. But Ross, is there anything, or sorry, Commissioner Ritter, is there anything else that you want to add just to kind of current status of our ad hoc?
I would say for me, I'm still getting a little bit up to speed. Commissioner Lappin spent some time kind of giving me a little bit of the history of what's happened in the last term. So I don't really have anything new to report.
Okay. And Manager Saul, I know there was a meeting today. I saw the agenda, but I didn't attend. I don't think our other commissioners did. But I don't know if you wanted to talk about that, or if you were in that meeting, maybe make that part of the report later.
Oh, the trails meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mostly an update that we give them about maintenance items that we've been working on. Bob Keeley kind of leads that meeting, and we just give them an update on the trail projects and any questions that they have. But nothing major to report on that.
Okay. Thank you. Next up, Sand Volleyball Commissioners Elliott, O'Halloran, and myself. I can say that we're a little bit excited because on June 9th at a City Council meeting, a motion was made to assess the funding for the additional studies, and if this cost is reasonable, to put them into the budget, the second year budget, so that's 2022, 2023. And one of our next tasks is to kind of nail down exactly what that means, who's responsible, to sort of connect with the council members and the city to make sure that actually happens. So it's good news from our standpoint, and we want to keep the sand volleyball community informed, because not everyone listens to city council meetings that I know of. So it's good news. I don't know if Commissioner Elliott or O'Halloran, if you want to add anything to that.
I just wanted to say thank you, Chair Warren, for really following through on that. And I'm just delighted by the outcome. I think it's the best possible thing that we could have in a very difficult budget year. So it gives us hope and a pathway to getting this done. And also thanks to all the council members who voted unanimously to make this happen. So we're happy, and we will do whatever we can do to help follow through with it and stay in contact with the volleyball community.
Great.
I would just echo Commissioner Elliott's comments, and thank you to you also, Chair Warren, for your follow-up and execution of the letter to the City Council and everything they've been doing.
well, we all wrote that letter together, and I'm not showing up, but I'm super excited, and I was texting the ad hoc, and I heard meetings, so maybe I'm a little skeptical. Believe me, I'm really excited. This is great news to have something like this start to move forward. It's great.
Chair Warren, this is Matt Carlin. I just wanted to add as well that that they did make a motion that it was put in the preliminary CIP, and the cost was $30,000 to study both wall and the standalone reports at ECP. And then that will go for final approval on 23rd. So as long as they approve that on June 23rd.
Okay, yes, and I think Councilmember Krantz said that park amenities. So I don't know how specific it is to both. I mean, I think it's kind of to be determined, but I know that volleyball is definitely going to be a part of it, and it could involve other boards too. Okay, next we have 3.1A, continue to develop the vision of an aquatic center. Vice Chair Lappin and Commissioner Elliott.
I can start on this. So Commissioner Elliott and I met last week and went through some of the documents that staff had about studies and just community interest in an aquatic center that was a couple years old, and it was largely done in the context of the local high schools. And I just reached out to Lucille Lynch. She was heading up the San DeVito Pool Feasibility Committee, and I just wanted to get an update from her on, is that even still an active committee? What, like, it's been, most of what we saw is a little bit old at this point. So I just wanted to get an update on just the lay of the land and better understand, is there still interest? If so, is it still largely with the academic groups or the high schools and middle schools? And so I'm hoping to hear back from her soon, just to get a better understanding of what interest still looks like. And then Commissioner Elliott had mentioned that there, she's seen the technology and the options for executing an aquatic center and just the pool development changed so much in the past few years. So I mean, I would be curious just to better understand what a budget for something like this would even look like, not necessarily publicly to say that we're doing it, but just internally. And I wondered, and then we were also kind of discussing, could there be private fundraising opportunities? And I haven't found a ready this with staff yet, but this was just us brainstorming and trying to think through, is there still interest? If there was still interest, what are the various ways you could potentially execute on said interest? So we're just kind of in a fact-finding and updating mission right now, but hopefully we'll learn more soon. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Vice Chair. Next, item 6, research best practices and policies in regards to multi-use trail sharing. We did, both Vice Chair and I did follow up with the Traffic and Public Safety Commissioner, Brian Wilbur, and I got an update just that they haven't done much else other than that initial meeting with the engineer, and that relates to talking about more like the municipal code and possibly having enforceable speed limits, and some other changes that they might want to implement. And our role there could be a coastal rail trail speed limit. Vice Chair, I think you mentioned to me today that you were on a ride and you think that might be something we might want to look into. And then outside of that, I think we're going to probably get together and talk about getting the public's input on the actual trails to see if we want to make some recommendations for what kind of bikes are allowed. So I think we're sort of at that point right now. I mean, that's where I think we are. If the other commissioners, you have anything to add?
only thing I would add is I think it probably makes sense at this point to wait for the launch of the city e-bike program. Just because so many of those hubs will be in parks, I think it'll be really interesting after that is launched, just to see if there's a behavioral shift that is noticed in the community. I imagine there'll be a lot of traffic, a lot more traffic through those areas once that program launches, and I think it makes sense to just wait to see what impact that has. I mean, you have to kind of wonder what degree of education the people riding the bikes will have, and I can't imagine they'll understand speed limits and whatnot. So I think once that launches, syncing with the community would probably be very beneficial.
Mm-hmm. What I know it's approved. Do you know, Travis or Annette, if when the bikes will be here? When that thing is going to actually be going, the program?
Sure, Warren. That's actually in a different department than ours, but we can find that information out for you.
Okay. Yeah, I know they have.
I believe sometime this summer. I don't know that they have an exact date yet.
Okay, I know it was approved about a month ago, and I heard maybe 2 months from that point, so it could be, hopefully this summer will be a great time to look at that. Okay. Next we have tennis court and pickleball court use in City Park review. Myself, Commissioner O'Halloran, and Commissioner Hanson. Anyone want to speak to that? I can if you want me to.
I can start. I mean, we have had multiple efforts to reach out and engage our community of tennis and pickleball players and solicit feedback from them to help inform our subcommittee to come up with a set of recommendations that we hope will help with the shared use of our limited resources of 4 tennis courts and available courts for pickleball. To that end, we received numerous emails from various members of the community on the pickleball and tennis side with multiple suggestions and recommendations for things to do. And then we held a Zoom meeting with a number of community members last night and also discussed some of those options and recommendations and heard from them directly on their feedback. So that process, I think, is going very well, and the level of information and engagement from multiple members of the community has been really great.
Yeah, and we will bring recommendations to the July meeting. We went down there multiple times, spoke to lots of players, got many emails, as Commissioner O'Halloran said. Had the Zoom, we've had phone calls. I'm going to have one more meeting with an individual, I believe. But they can continue to email the Parks Department. So we're still collecting information, but we feel like we're in a pretty good position to make some recommendations. And recommendations for things that we can do, because we know we think we need, everyone would like more facilities. So hopefully in a few years we can build some more facilities, but we're focusing on what we can actually do this year.
Chair Warren?
Yes.
Hi, Manager Saul here. I just wanted to let you all know that I did receive a petition at City Hall today. It was submitted by Kathy Saver, and it's a letter, and it says signed by over 600 individuals requesting the City of Encinitas to provide dedicated and permanent pickleball courts for public use. So we will put this into the minutes so that you all can see it, but I want to let you know.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that is big petition. And not surprising because there's a demand for that. Okay. Do anything else about the tennis court and pickleball court use? Them went really well yesterday, and we basically let them speak. Initially, they spoke a little bit, but then we did have a good, healthy discussion, and I think it went really well. It was about an hour long.
I've got a quick question. Just curious, how was that Zoom meeting publicized for all the public, or was it mostly people that you had reached out to and already expressed an interest in having that conversation? I was just curious kind of how you gathered that audience.
It was on a flyer at the courts. And we said, we want to know what you think, email what you think, and we're also hosting a Zoom. Tell us if you'd be interested in that.
Got it. Thank you.
Anyone who said they were interested in the Zoom was invited.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Chair Warren, I just wanted to say that I think that you all did a very good job of facilitating that meeting last night. That meeting could have gone one way, and it really was very well done, and I think that everybody felt that their voice was heard. So I really appreciate how well you all did on handling all the questions and the things that were coming in and facilitating the meeting.
Yeah, I think we were a little apprehensive. We weren't sure, so we were very pleased and got some great residents there, very courteous and very polite, and they thanked us at the end. It was a good.
Do we have a recording of that meeting if someone did want to see it at some point, or?
No,
we do not. I'm not sure, but I think there was a reason. It was set up by the city Parks and Rec department. So we tried, and we were going to notify people that it was being recorded, but it was not.
Chair Warren, we don't typically record ad hoc meetings. We only record actual commission meetings and council meetings.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so next up we have the review compositing options in city parks and facilities. Yes.
Composting, yay! Hopefully you all got your bins. And you've started at home too, stinking up your kitchen and have green bins full of flies. That's the status at my house. Ross and Commissioner Ritter and I met and spoke about this, and he had a lot of really great ideas about how to get this going. So I have a list. I just haven't had a lot of time to sit down and execute against said list. But I'm hoping to reach out to EDCO directly and the people responsible for launching the kind of green waste and composting program to better understand and learn how the whole system works and begin figuring out what might be a good location for us to introduce a pilot partnership in the park system. So I don't have any exciting updates, but we have some good kind of initial ideas that I just now need to execute on.
Well, that's great. Yeah, you guys close by, so you can just walk down the street.
And total garden and compost nerds, so that helps a lot.
Okay, thank you. And Commissioner Ritter, I'll ask for the fitness trail court feasibility update, how that's going.
So I was just waiting, since it was a new work plan item, to make sure that it ended up getting approval by the city council before we did a lot of work on it. But Commissioner Winters and I have a meeting scheduled next week where we're going to review some site locations, discuss kind of what we might be proposing. We're also going to go to San Diego County Park to take a look at the fitness trail that they have there as well. So we're kind of in the idea generation at this point.
Okay.
Commissioner, can I add one thing to that, if that's okay?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner Ritter. What I find interesting about this meeting so far, which is really, I think, very positive, is it seems like some of the work plan items could eventually turn into capital project items from the city's perspective, whether that's pickleball courts or sand volleyball courts or a fitness court. And I think it would be interesting for us to spend a minute to talk about the process to kind of achieve that. So clearly the sand volleyball ad hoc committee has now had some success getting onto city council agenda, which maybe pushes it kind of further along the process. So I was wondering if who might be a speaker that could come to kind of educate us a little bit about the city budget process, because I think the smarter we can get about that, the better we would have in terms of at some point in the future acquiring funding, whether that's for 1, 2, 3, 4, all of the projects that we're kind of starting to work that are in process for years and have been working on. So I'd be really interested in trying to understand the steps to try to make sure that we're creating an environment here for success.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to have someone who's been with the city for a while speak at one of our meetings. I know from my experience that there's many different situations. Sometimes a project is funded and they want the commission's help in just making recommendations. In the case of the aquatic center, we're we've been at ground zero, we're doing research. Sand volleyball, we just kind of got our foot in the door there. But I know sometimes projects come from the Parks and Rec department, and sometimes they'll come from the commission, and sometimes they'll come from city council. So there's no one path, and I think it depends on community support too. So I mean, I would love to hear more examples of projects in the past that got funded, how they got funded. I think that would be really helpful. So, I mean, I can look into that to see how some of those things actually happen.
Chair Warren.
Yes.
Chair Warren. Yeah. So a good speaker might come from the engineering department. That they manage all the capital improvement projects. They also manage the big projects for parks. They're working on the trail projects and just finished building Olympus. So perhaps someone over there would be interested in coming and just kind of maybe going over an overview of the process and how it works.
Yeah, and maybe Commissioner Winters, you and myself can reach out to someone and sort of you can kind of tell them what you're looking, what you might want to hear him speak to at a meeting.
Yeah, I'd be happy to try to do that, but I think that'd be great because I think it would be educational and informative for all of us if we could get a little bit, get the inside scoop on the budget process. We might be able to kind of advance projects at a more rapid pace, perhaps, than other commissions that are also looking for the same pot, so to speak.
Yeah, and for myself as commissioner, really it was the courts and the aquatic center were the only two items that we were looking for funding for, and now we have a trail court feasibility too. But like the master plan, there were trails and we need funding for those two trails, but we weren't really involved in that. We were more just supporting the master plan. So yeah, especially if say next year, if there's going to be additional projects.
And Chair Warren, this is Manager Carlin, if I could just add on to what Annette said. In addition, our Parks Master Plan is our guide to what projects, should be coming up and what we should be working on, because it really did survey what the community need was back at the time. In addition to that, obviously, when we have a passion in the community for something that sometimes helps to bring something to the forefront as far as the CIP project goes. And then one example that we had over at the Encinitas Community and Senior Center is the patio project that became a capital improvement project because we were asked by San Diego Foundation for Senior Wellbeing to apply for a capital grant that benefited seniors, and we were able to secure that. So that fitness equipment and that outdoor patio space came to fruition because of us applying for a grant and being able to secure a grant for something like that.
Okay.
Warren, the other piece of information I think would be very helpful to add on to Commissioner Winter's request and interest in that budget process is the very specific timing around it. Right, when a sequence of events that needs to be, if you miss this date, then you're not going to make this budget cycle.
Yes, that can occur. That's what I was trying to understand. If we need to get into the next budget cycle, do we have to get on a city council meeting within the next 5 or 6 months so that we can then start to get into that process sooner, better, and quicker? Is kind of my thought process associated with this. So I appreciate you adding on that, Commissioner Halloran. Manager Carter, when does the trail master, how frequently does the trail master plan get updated?
So I think Matt actually could be better versed in that answer. So, and then do you want to chime in here?
Yeah, so it has not been updated since it was passed. So it's been a long time. I think it was 2002.
However, there is a document, a map that is an updated master plan. That's the big master plan is like a 60-page document. There's an updated master plan that has the trails and the proposed. Is that correct? And that's newer.
Well, the recreational trails master plan is the original document, and then that included the trails map that shows all of the master plan trails, and it shows which ones are, scheduled to be built and what they would be. Mm-hmm. And so maybe what you're thinking gets updated is as they're built, colors change, or as trails are added, but all of those trails that have been added were already identified.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember seeing that larger map within the trails master plan, but I'll take a look at it. But yeah, just basic, how the city budget timeline works. I think that's great.
Yeah, and I'm happy to reach out to Crystal or any staff to try to help me identify a speaker. Maybe I could suggest that for a future meeting.
Okay. All right. No, that's a great suggestion. So, and did we have anything else to discuss? We talked about you're going to look at the county park, check out the fitness trail there. That's some good.
Yes.
I used it before.
Yes.
So that's exciting if that can happen. I know City Council is very pro mobility, outdoor recreation, so I hope that's successful. Okay, the advised City Council items, they did get approved, the past year outcomes and the proposed goals for this coming year passed via the consent calendar of the City Council meeting on the 9th. So next up, we have park operations. And that is Manager Saul, correct?
Yep, I'm here. Yep, Manager Saul. Thank you. So, Olympus Park is doing great. A lot of people are using the park. A lot of positive feedback. We're still working on our permanent parking solution with traffic and engineering. So they're finalizing the signage and striping and red curb plan for that area. They're working with people that live, right around the park and getting feedback as well. So hopefully we can get that situated probably another month or so. So right now we have the temporary thing, and people seem to be following the rules, and we do have sheriff patrolling and the on-site security guard, you know, reports to us daily, and behavior in the park is definitely improving. So we're hoping that that continues, and we know it's going to be busy through the whole summer. You know, as all parks are busy in the summer, but hopefully in the fall and kids go back to school and all that, things will settle down. But people love the park, which is great. We're working on replacing some lights at Ecky Sports Park. That should be done this week. I know that's kind of been a holding pattern for a while. And we're also working on some field renovations. Unfortunately, one of my park supervisors did resign a few weeks ago. Dan Foley, he moved on to UCSD, the landscape superintendent. So good for him, but not good for us. So, you know, we're actively recruiting, and hopefully we can get someone in by the end of July. So just keep that in mind that we are dealing with that. And I think that's about it. Just really busy end of year. We have to finish all of our projects and, you know, get all our invoicing in and deal with all of our contractors here in the next couple of weeks. And then we start everything back up again July 1st. So super busy, and we're all reopened and everything's crazy, which is good. We're happy. That's all I got.
Thanks. I know I've been busy, and you had to train us on all that new equipment too, right?
Yeah.
But thanks to and he was just on the meeting. Who was there? Your new Kieran. Yes, Kieran. He was really helpful, even though there wasn't a lot to learn. It was nice talking to him. So thank you. We have a Recreation Services Manager, Carly.
Thank you, Chair Warren. So today we started our opening at the Community and Senior Center. We decided to do a soft opening because we're, just like everyone, struggling a little bit with finding part-time staff to fill all of our roles. So we started our soft opening today. So we do have abbreviated hours. Those are on our website. The community center has the abbreviated hours, but the senior center is open their regular hours. And we were excited this morning when we saw all the smiling faces come in, lots of seniors coming in, playing pool, sitting in the living room, enjoying the outdoor space. We had 25 members at the senior nutrition program, which is a little bit less than what we had before the pandemic, but we expected that number would drop once we came back to normal operations. We did start our van transportation again today for those members who need rides to and from the communities and Senior Center for senior nutrition. So it's very good to see everything move very smoothly today. A lot of smiling faces, a lot of thank yous for reopening. So we're very excited to see all that. We start most of our camps start next week. We did have a couple that started earlier. However, next week is our big push to open all of our camps. We will have all of our beach camps going, some sports camps outdoors. We'll have our seaside day camps starting, and then some sports camps in the gym at the community center. So we are jumping right in next week, and we're ready to roll. We are bringing back senior programs as we can. We weren't anticipating that senior programs would come back with everything. So we are reaching out to instructors and adding those senior programs as quickly as we can. We're planning on being full-fledged back to normal in the fall with all of our senior programs at the Community Senior Center. And then also, I don't know how many of you pay attention to the city's website as far as it goes and RFPs, but we did issue an RFP today to attract new instructors for different programs and classes. And so obviously, because we've been closed for almost a year and a half, or a little over a year, we do have some instructors that have done or have found a different way to teach their programs, and so we are actively recruiting new instructors for different programs and different classes and such. One area that we're really looking to build a little bit more is adult fitness in the evenings and on the weekends. That's a big one. And then also some youth programming and some of our senior programming. And then, as I said, we're struggling a little bit with part-time staff recruitment. We have a lot of people going through background checks now, so we're hoping that we can be up and ready to roll by July 6th, full-fledged at the Community and Senior Center.
Question, Manager Carlin. There are 4 pickleball courts at the community center. Are those open and available now? And is it walk-in, first come, first serve? Reservations?
It's a standard pickleball, and it is taking its old schedule that it had before the pandemic. We will be posting the gym schedule on the city website, and we will be starting pickleball in the gym on Friday. Sometime there are some times or there are some dates that are interrupted because we have youth camps in the summertime in the gymnasium. So I encourage people to look at gym calendar and aware of when those interruptions.
Thank you.
Thank you, Manager Carlin. Okay, item 10, Commission member initiated agenda items. Don't believe we have any of those. Future agenda items added by commission members? None of those. Commission reports. Let's start with Commissioner O'Halloran.
I don't have any new reporting outside of all our progress on volleyball and our tennis pickleball courts. Thanks.
Okay. Commissioner Hanson.
I don't have anything new to report, but given the pickleball petition and 600 signatures, I think it's interesting to point out there were no pickleball players on the meeting yesterday, which was kind of strange. It was all tennis players. There was a pickleball player?
Yeah, the commissioner or the person who spoke at our commission meeting was in the Zoom yesterday.
Oh, I thought Mark was more tennis than he was pickleball, so he's both.
I think. Yeah. But there was a very strong tennis turnout in that Zoom. Okay, Commissioner Ross.
Is that my new name? No worries.
Commissioner
I'm the new guy, right? So just that guy. I don't think I have a whole lot to report other than what we've already kind of discussed on some of the things that I have already going on. I would say just an observation, and I'm not on the ad hoc committee, that pickleball is like a huge issue for our residents right now. And I would love to see if there's any type of interim solution with regards to repurposing our parking lot, or I don't know, something where we could add some additional courts, because it can be quite some time before we can actually get funding to have a dedicated pickleball court. So I guess I'm just kind of echoing those 600 people that have signed that petition and just saying, this is important. So and I know we got a good team of commissioners on it, and I think it's important to address.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely agree. It's we sort of have two tasks, and one of our top recommendations will be to say we want more facilities, but that's the main focus of our ad hoc within this year is to help with some of the issues at Cotton Creek. But we don't want to ignore the bigger problem, and which is sort of, I think, a lack of facilities. Commissioner Elliott.
Not a lot. I just want to again be grateful for our progress on sand volleyball, and maybe just share that I was able to go by this park today about 4 o'clock, so kind of peak time. It was really busy, but it was orderly. It was like gazillions of happy kids and a few happy dogs, and there was not a frenzy for parking. It was actually adequate parking, so all that made me feel good. So
that's great. Yeah, it's good to hear that the park, it seems to be dying down. The craziness is dying down. And yeah, former Commissioner Brady did email me and said that there were some parking problems too. I told her to mention that. But hopefully the excitement will just slowly wane. Vice Chair Lappin.
I will finally be visiting Olympic Park this Friday. I'm very excited to take my kids. I don't really have very many updates either. We've gotten to go to a bunch of the local parks lately, and every single one is, even though nothing's changed, it's still such a great group of facilities here. And I wanted to let Manager Saul know my 4-year-old is a huge fan of the new playground at Moonlight Beach. He particularly likes the big circle, like the incline surfboard. That's the highlight for him, but it's a fan favorite over here. So you guys did a really nice job on updating that playground when it was during COVID. So for what it's worth, you have some big fans. But everything's been good, using the parks a lot. So very thankful for them.
Great, thanks. Commissioner Winters.
No major new updates. Congratulations. I'm very happy with the progress that some of the other committees made with City Council, and that's a great achievement, but nothing else major to add. So good job. Great.
Okay, good, thanks. Well, I try not to mention my kids every time, but I do have to say my boys took an online bike safety class with the San Diego Bike Coalition, and it was 3 hours, and it was really intense, but I recommend that because it is free and it's very helpful. I wish all of our kids could get out there, meeting all of our city's kids, because I think there are certain things that I wasn't even aware of that are reinforced, and it would make a great, I think it would make a big difference. And I thank the cities and Parks and Rec, because I know that you're working on education. And the video that Kristen Schindler mentioned, yes, my daughter and I were co-stars. There's many other actors, but the best part is going to be where they're showing the advantages of the e-bike, and these 2 e-bikes go past me, and I'm on a regular bike, and I have to get off and walk. Kind of humiliating, but they kind of set that up. So I don't know, I haven't seen it yet, but that just kind of happened. That was really fun. Yeah, just emphasizing education with the trails and parks and roads with the e-bikes is really important. So that is all I have. Thanks, guys. We have a meeting July 20th, and I declare this meeting adjourned at 6:26.
Quick one.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.